In this video, we're going to be adding and subtracting complex numbers. Okay, so complex numbers is anything that has an I in it. That's all we really need to know for right now. So I will tell you that the definition of I is the square root of -1. So we'll look more into that in a separate video. But for today, when we're looking at combining like terms and adding, subtracting complex numbers, you treat the I just like you would treat an X, just like a variable. Okay, so these are going to be like terms. The things that don't have the I's in them, like this 5 and this term, they'll combine together. And the things that do have an I in them, they'll combine together like terms. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you're subtracting like this is distribute that negative to the second parentheses and then drop the parentheses. So you've got 5 minus 4i, and then distribute that so it becomes negative times 2 is a -2, and this negative goes to this, which is already negative, so positive 2i. Okay, then you've got like terms. You've got 5 minus 2, that's 3. And then you've got -4i and a positive 2i. It's a negative and a positive, so take the sign of the bigger one, which is negative, and then 4 minus 2 is 2, so -2i. Okay, looking at the next one. We have 1 minus 5i in the first one, and then just a -4i here, and it's subtracting. So I'll distribute the negative, drop the parentheses, 1 minus 5i, and then the negative times a negative is positive, so positive 4i. We combine these two terms. There's nothing to combine with the 1, so it just gets written down. And these two, since the negative is bigger, our answer is negative, and then 5 minus 4 is 1, so 1i, but you don't really want to write the 1. So we'll just do 1 minus I. Instead of 1 minus 1i, we'll do 1 minus I. Okay. On this one, we don't have a negative to distribute, so we can just drop them and combine like terms immediately. So plus 6 minus 3i. So our like terms are the i's again, these two. They're both negative, so you add and keep the sign. -6 and -3 make a -9 when you add them together. -9i plus 6. Okay, and then last, looks like we need to distribute again before we drop the parentheses. So we have -1 minus 2i, and then -2 minus 3i when you distribute that negative to both. Okay, combine like terms. Looks like everything's negative. So those two are like terms, and those two are like terms. So -1 and -2, add them together, you get -3. -2i and -3i, add them together, you get -5i, and that's it.